Hey, so let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions at once? You download a new app, you start a new hobby, you jump on a new trend. And then, just a week later, your attention is already somewhere else, on the next new thing. Well, today we're going to unpack that exact feeling. We're going to look at this endless chase for what's new versus the incredible power of just sticking with it. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the problem. It's this feeling that's just everywhere in our modern world, right? This constant pull towards the next shiny object. Let's call it the trap of new. Does this sound at all familiar to you? Maybe you decide you're going to learn the guitar, but a month in, a brand new video game drops. Or you start a new fitness routine, but then a different, much trendier one pops up on your social media feed. You end up juggling all these interests, but you never really feel like you're getting truly good at any of them. It's exciting for a minute, but doesn't it also feel a little empty? And that really gets to the heart of it. We're in this cycle of constantly chasing what's shiny and new, where the real thrill is in starting something, not finishing it. And what's the result? Well, we end up with this huge collection of surface-level experiences. It's like we have this wide, but really shallow pool of knowledge. We know a tiny bit about a lot of things, but we totally miss out on that deep satisfaction that comes from real mastery. But what if there's another way to do things? A more focused and, honestly, a much more rewarding path. This brings us to the perfect counterargument to novelty, the virtue of steadfastness. It's all about choosing a different kind of growth. Now, steadfastness isn't about being boring or just getting stuck in your ways. Not at all. It's an active, conscious commitment. It's you making a choice to invest your energy not just widely, but deeply. Think about it like this. It's like compound interest, but for your skills and your relationships. The growth just builds on itself over time. So we can actually break this idea down into 4 key pillars. First up, you gotta commit to the long game. Second, really focus on deepening your skills, going from someone who just dabbles to someone who's a real expert. Third, you take that same exact principle and you apply it to your relationships, nurturing them over time. And finally, and this is probably the hardest part, you have to consciously resist that temptation to just jump ship for something else just because it's new. So what does this actually look like in real life? Let's put these two mindsets right next to each other, head to head, because it really is a clear choice between a life of genuine depth and one that's just filled with constant distraction. You can see these two paths lead to totally different places. If you go down the path of novelty, your skills, they just stay on the surface. Sure, you can talk about a lot of different topics, but you can't do any of them with real expertise. And yeah, you might have this huge network of friends, but the connections are often pretty shallow. But on the path of steadfastness, that's where you get deep mastery. You become the person who can actually play the guitar, who can really code that program. And your relationships, you might have fewer of them, but they are built on this solid foundation of trust and shared history. They're incredibly strong. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to a choice that you have to make. And look, this isn't about rejecting new things completely. It's about resisting the compulsive chase of them. It's about deliberately choosing the things that are actually going to last. There's this really powerful line from the source material that just says it all. Resisting the temptation to abandon what is good for what is merely new. And that keyword right there is good. See, steadfastness is all about figuring out what is genuinely valuable and meaningful in your life, and then having the discipline to stick with it. So as we wrap this up, I really want to leave you with this question to think about. Just take a look at your own life, your hobbies, your career, your friendships. What's the good thing that has already proven its worth to you? What's that one skill or that one project or that one relationship that truly deserves your focus and your steadfast commitment, way beyond the endless allure of whatever is new next week?